Okay, so one of the really interesting things that they talk about early on in Columbus Day is a Z phone, or what the humans call Z phones. And Z phones are a neat bit of machine learning. They're very useful. For example, imagine a situation in which one soldier is French, one is American. How do they communicate? The Z phone. All right. So the French soldier says, hello in French. An American Z phone will hear that, translate it to English, and then output a translated hello in English, but with a French accent. This is just one of the cool things it does, is translate for soldiers of an international force. And I think there are several things that are impressive with this. First, it has to do automatic speech recognition. This is something that we can do today, and it transcribes speech to text. But it does this for every language in Earth with high accuracy, in every dialect. That's impressive. Ours has improved a lot in recent years, but I still wouldn't say that we've gone that far. This is something that is within our grasp. The next thing the Z phone has to do in this situation is translation. It has to translate the speech, well, at this point it's text, from one language to another with high accuracy. That's really interesting. And then finally, it has to do voice generation. And this, I would say, is above and beyond what we have right now, but again, I don't think it's too far away. I think this is something with some concerted effort we could get there, but theirs is awesome already. The voice generation is when, the Z phone will translate the French hello to an English hello. That's just text at that point. It has to speak that out loud. It can do this in varying accents and tones depending on who is speaking. Something that makes this impressive is all of this was made in a short period of time in the books. It was maybe a few months or less. We made automatic speech recognition work because of huge advances in deep learning and very large data sets. Did they somehow use or collect new data sets? Did they find a way to do this, to do very highly accurate automatic speech recognition without huge data sets? That would be awesome. That's really difficult for us to do. There's also some personalization that goes into this. Depending on who's using the Z phone, it only took a few sentences for the Z phone to become personalized to a specific user. That is really interesting. It is difficult for us right now to, in machine learning, to do anything really well without a lot of data. And while we keep trying to do more and more in personalization, it's not there yet. One reason I think this whole Z phone idea is neat is because it's useful, has an easy and intuitive interface. It's something that we can make right now if we put effort into it. This is a cool sci-fi thing where it's less about the, it's not as far on the fiction and fantasy spectrum, but instead it focuses on, what are the ramifications of having something like this. And there are a lot of ramifications. We'll get to that later in the book.